welcome back. In this episode, we're going to go through the off-season and the start of my sophomore year. Hopefully it's quarterback one. I did finally get it end of last video. Anyways, let's get into this. The transfer portal. No, I finally made quarterback one. I want to do at least a year of pushing through. Top stories. Nobody cares. Alright, let's do this. Beat reporter. You joined Texas Tech as the highest rated prospect in the class. Many recruiting analysts predicted that you were going to the media championship contender. What made you come here? The school, the coaching, the staff, the opportunity, your teammates. I came here to make my mark. I believe my play can translate anywhere, and I feel that I can really make a difference here and help bring attention to Texas Tech, both the program and the school. Alright, now that I'm quarterback one, I'm just going to simulate practices and only play the games.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome. Offense in a split backfield. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting their receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's got his man across the middle. Turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Red Raiders have pushed it inside the 20. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Alexander. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Gives it on the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between...
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big...
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Stone. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Turner. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Red Raiders will have it first and 10. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got a step and just... They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. Smashes through the tackle. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick spin on the run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the out.
Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he... The inside handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
Gashing the D on the right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. On the run, it's Alexander. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll give it to the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Red Raiders will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. Got a little space. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, a play like that forces you as a D coordinator to, I think, rethink how you're going to try and defend this guy, because on obvious passing situations, you're going to have to change it up, whether that means spying him, blitzing him, doing something a little bit different, maybe getting some more speed on the field to get this guy in the ground, because right now he's just able to get out of trouble and find ways to move the sticks.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. Makes the grab down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Red Raider. Once he got... Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Breaks free in the middle. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Just keep slinging it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The play action fake. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they take it in for 6 more points. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. Makes a grab deep.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything... The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary.
Hey Worldwide, just wanted to let you know the entire coaching staff has been really pleased with you lately. You really stepped up the last few weeks. Keep it up, okay? Confident answer. Yo, coach, this is back to you.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take off. Oh, better look out. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
That's caught. It's Stone. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Red Raiders come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. The Red Raiders come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Stone. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Snagged in the end. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver?
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Red Raiders backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complimentary.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Release to the back. Finds his man. It's Alexander. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's...
Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Runs for the tackle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and...
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Stone. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They're going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown! on the ground with the counter. Shakes off the defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air on second down. Flips it out on the screen. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Complete to the left. Turning it on. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him downfield. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Stone. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it over the middle. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They'll try the run. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here we go. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Stone. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Headed outside for the line. It's Alexander. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but
well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real. But you know what happens throughout a season? You lose momentum and injury happens. So they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about. But it's still early. It's week 3.
Now,
Academic advisor. You have one of your first big tests in your government lecture this week. Oh, good. Government. Yeah. Our office is open. Are you willing to study? Yes. Alright, well, we made it 4-0. Looks like we're going to have Utah, Kansas State, and UCF. Possibly Baylor next time. 4-0 start as first year as quarterback one. Not a bad way to start. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.